So I'm just getting ready to attach the top here. This is obviously the top piece, this is the side. Eventually they will be flush and screwed to each other. But I've got too much of the sort of sound deadening underlay material here, as you can see. I just thought I'd show you how I'm removing it. As you can see, it's a pretty clean line. Let me just try and see if you see it. There, go on camera. There you go. So you can see that's pretty flush. I mean, it's not perfect, but pretty damn good. I still got to do all the way along here. Now what I found works really well is a file. And you can literally, I mean I actually tend to do it this way a bit, but you can quite literally just file it off. Similar principle, I guess, to using something like a knife, but by comparison it will just start to peel it. So if I try to keep the camera focused and do it at the same time, harder than I anticipated, if I do it, as you can see that it takes chunks off and you get left with a little bit of material there. And so again, you just flip it around, couple of strokes, and bam. Like so. So I've got a bit there, and then just pop it up, and then bam again. I mean, yeah, right, ignore the dust, and it does make a bit of dirt, but it's going to have to come off anyway, and it's not like I can reuse anything that skinny. So there we go. I just thought I would, you know, give you a bit of a little inside view of the boring parts. Ooh, lucky kids. Anyway, another little update for you. The top, ta-da, is now attached, as you can see by this lovely hinge. Now, it's already gone wrong once, as you can possibly see here. What I actually did is I attached the top, laid it flat, and then attempted to trim the edge. But as I trimmed the edge, I came in a little bit and bam, cut the wood there. So I'm going to have to put some filler and glue in there. And then I'd take the top off. Luckily I'd left too much slack at the back there, so I could bring it all forwards a little bit. But I thought I'd show you how I've done it. So we've got a clamp here, and this clamp has got a small L bracket on it there, which is supporting a piece of wood. And then around the back, that's right, around the back, we've got this piece of wood here, which has got a clamp, another piece of wood temporarily in the middle, to another L bracket to support the other end of the piece of wood, to support the wood itself on for the top, so that I could actually screw it in. And all of this is because I want the lid to go past 90 degrees. Now as you can see, it's currently semi-supporting itself at 90 degrees because it's sat on that piece of wood there. But when it goes up, I'm hoping to be able to get it to go past. I don't actually need this, in all honesty. What I could have just done is whacked it on the top, screwed it down, and been done. But I thought, well, I'm going to have this area here, and even though this is all going to be sound deadened and obviously clean, I might want to stick my head in chimes and, you know, check the fan is spinning there, check I can feel the air coming up underneath and it's not, you know, the only fan spinning or anything like that. So I thought, no, let's put a top on, let's hinge it, let's do that. And yeah, it'll be easy, it'll be great, it'll be perfect. And then I went and cut the top. But, what I should find out, look at that, ta-da! Now bear in mind, it's being held up at the other end by a clamp, so I'm not quite right. But that's going to sit down over that. That will be flush to there when I'm through with it. And then the door, there. And we'll have the body built. Way. Right, I'm just about to take this door back off. I made a bit of a cock up. I'll just show you. In fact, I made two. So, as you can see, that is going to be the bottom, or top half. There's going to be a separate one on the bottom half because I'm not going in there as much. And when I push it closed, there's a big old gap because I didn't put it high enough. But also, it doesn't really like closing. Ignore this little lip, that will get sanded off. I just left the excess on for making it easy. But if I can get the camera to look down here, you can see it, can't you? The screw heads aren't sitting flush. If you look down the side, ignore that big gash, that was big old, okay, big old cock up earlier. But you can see them all pushing. So I've used the wrong screws as well. So give me something else to sort out. So yippee! Alright, here we go. Another update. So, don't know if you can tell, you're looking at the front. Kind of reminds me of a fridge. Well, fridge freezer anyway. Now worth pointing out, this is not finished. This is not the final video. I've still got to paint all of it, sand parts of it, clean up most of it. But it's looking good, so I thought I'd give you a little bit of a tour. So the top's on, you already knew that if you looked at the previous videos. As you can see, here it is. Comes complete with unnecessary accessories. Oh hey, look at that, look. Workbench, because I've been working 9 to 5. What a way to make a living. It's worth pointing out I'm not at work today, so it's my day off. So, obviously, time to make more videos. Now, I don't know if I've shown you guys this in any real detail, but I'm going to show it to you now. Shush. Well, right done. Off to a good start. Anyway, bloody door stays shut. Suspicious. Anyway, get back to it. The roof. Well, that lifts up. Oh, that's alright, it's the material knocking it. I've already damaged some of the phone. So this is the top, this is inside. Now as you can see, not through a fan. It's worth pointing out that is actually spinning at max speed at the moment, but the camera doesn't pick it up quite as quickly as that. Back of the connectors that are on the front. Again, as you can see, acoustic foam in the top for assisting the sound deadening. Now if I shut that lid and come around the back, air vent here. Now, the astute, one of the words, of you will have noticed the gap this end is much more than this end. Now, my plan is to clean up this edge and make them roughly the same size. When it gets installed, this side of it is actually going to be up against another cabinet and technically also the wall. So actually having it slightly smaller this end is actually a good thing, because there'll be nothing on this side, so you want the air to come out here. But I can feel a breeze coming out of there. And we'll just go like this. You know, I haven't got any tubes or any lights in there, so you can't see the air, but you can see there's a gap. That is going to be cable out, cables in. Front or cover's not on it yet. I've got the cover, just haven't done it because it's not worth me doing until I've painted. The side you've already seen, and that's the very naughty front door. So let's get on with it then, okay? Bottom, top of the doors. So, top door. So it's a bit of a pain. This one doesn't like to stay sealed because I've still got to do a bit of cleanup. Okay, so that's the door. As you can see, you've got material there. Helps deaden the sound. You've got my top compartment here. Use focus. Top compartment here. With my, looks like it's rapidly flashing, but it's not. It says 12.1 volt voltmeter and my dual charging USBs. 2.1 amp apparently. So that'll be nice and speedy for charging up certain devices. Fan controller. Currently, as you can see, everything is maxed out. I will tune it a little bit if you will once I get in there, and then just a platform for resting things on. So logic will be if I want to charge my phone on my USB, put the phone there, cable into there, done. And this will also give me access to the top half of the cabinet, which is here. Now you can see here, these are the rails for the big main server, if you want to call it that, or my PC. I've started cable charging, as you can sort of see in the background there, but as you can see, it hasn't been complete yet because you've got this all dangling here and looking like an absolute mess. But what you can also just about see is the magnets. These hook into standardized little bits of metal. They just hold the door shut. They're a bit weak, but when you're spending like £1.50 and getting all of these, what do you expect? Same goes for the hinges. Focus camera, there you go. Bit weak, but they do the job quite nicely. I have gone a little bit overkill with the amount. I have, admittedly, the wife pointed this out to me because she's much smarter than me, used the wrong screws, so I've had to dig out, if you will, scratch out, chisel out, sand out, pick any term you fancy, it doesn't make a lot of difference to me. Some of the material here so that it will sit a lot flusher, and it does, which is great. But one of the things that I've done, you see the switch, it's only cable tied in. I haven't decided if I fully like the location, that's why. Now this controls the feed, done, into my cathode tubes. So you've got black light or UV light, however you like to word it, and then like a pinky red. Now, as you can also see, look, one of them's fallen on that fan and stopped it spinning. Good to know that they won't blow themselves out if anything does fall on them. But anyway, so they're going to go up. I'm envisioning doing something like red at the front on both sides, like in here to give a bit of a glow, and then the other ones at the back. I'm mainly putting them in because I've got them. They're from a previous build 5 or 6 years ago, but also because I thought, well, a little bit of light wouldn't do any harm in here, as long as I can just use this switch to turn it off. And you can see it does turn them off independently of the fans. Anyway, so let's shut the door. I've also got a handle that I will eventually put on this, just for convenience sake, but at this stage, no handle. And then you've got this smaller one down here. Now this was a bit different, because if I pull on this side, nothing. I've got to do it from this side. Okay. So it's the same hinge and magnet setup. As you can see, I've used 2 magnets at the bottom, just because I only had one left. So I was like, well, if I've only got one left, might as well use the one I got left. It's a bit of a tighter fit in here, so I've still got a bit of clean up to do. As you can see, it's a bit raggy here. I actually ran out of the sound deadening materials, so these are the offcuts I've been saving, have been recycled. And at the bottom down here, that panel at the back is for the UPS, as I believe you're already aware. So my UPS will be hanging there, and then I'm hoping, dependent on depths and things, to get the switch in, well, basically here. That's going to go in the bottom 2U somewhere, and then I'll have the NAS PC above that. Again, this all comes down to sizing. I haven't worked out the exact sizes. I've got the flexibility, so it's not the end of the world. And I've also got this little shelf here, just point out quickly. Now this is bolted in, as you can see. Ooh, cheeky. You've got your 4 bolts here. There's little tiny L brackets, same as I've been using elsewhere. But what I've done with the L brackets underneath, let's go down and look. Aha! So they are screwed in. So what this bracket is doing is, one, it helps keep the side here in, which is always good. But also, it gives me another little platform just to sit something on here if I need to. So let's say we've got the NAS PCs here, and I'm just doing a temporary backup or a periodic backup onto an external hard drive. I can put that right there. Just sit it there, shut the door, leave it running, and then come to it when it's finished. You can also see that I've put a load more acoustic foam in here. So that's the base acoustic foam wise pretty much done. I will try and fill up some of these other areas with a little bit more, but at this stage I'm not too worried about it. What I want to do next is get these big side panels insulated, and that's pretty much it. There's no bit, look, I need to cut this off later on. I just haven't bothered yet because it's not been necessary. So there's still a fair amount of work to be done, but it's safe to say that it's actually coming together now. We're actually at a stage where if I needed to, I could spend about another hour on this and then it would be ready to go. So that puts me in quite a good mood. Yippee! See, good mood. So that's it really. Just thought I'd give you a bit of an overview as where we're standing right now. And then that shuts. As you can see, look, these edges don't line up. I'm going to try and sort of taper this off a little bit, but you know, it's a DIY project, it's not a proper build. So might as well accept that it's never going to be perfect, especially not on a prototype like this. Ooh, car. Anyway, so there you go. That's it.